We all agree trust is one of the most important, or rather, the most important factor in a relationship. And then, as a therapist, I get to hear a lot of people that within few minutes of asking questions, they come up with the phrase that I have trust issues or I can't easily trust. And I also see it in a lot of people. In fact, there was a time I would say even I would have had trust issues after a certain experiences with friends or in relationship or otherwise. But when people tell me now, when I am a therapist, when people tell me that I have trust issues and I cannot trust easily, or when you see in their behavior and the way they conduct themselves that they genuinely are always doubting and are always feeling insecure about the other person being truthful for them. Now, the lack of trust can have many reasons, and usually it comes from a compromised childhood where the caretaker was either not fully present, or they didn't keep their promises, they didn't fulfill their commitments. The child felt that their needs and demands were at some point agreed but never fulfilled, and they felt not worthy of the caretaker to take care of them. They felt insecure because there were too many repeated incidents where their trust was breached, the truth was breached, and whatever they were promised was not fulfilled. It also, the lack of trust can come where the one who was supposed to protect the child actually probably abused the child either mentally, emotionally, physically, or even sexually, or the child witnessed abuse amongst the immediate family and especially between parents. And also later, if you have had manipulative partners, or you have been in relationships where the person has manipulated you emotionally, sexually, mentally, physically, financially. So what happens is when these become a pattern, and of course they always become a pattern because whatever we believe we create, and whatever we expect we keep affirming it and then creating it in our life. So these patterns lead to a space where now the individual, the adult, cannot trust. But when I hear this statement, and with all the work I have done with people, when they say I have trust issues, it is really not about what happened in the childhood. It is really not about a manipulative partner. As an adult, when you still have trust issues and when you really can't understand if someone is lying to you, if you have a problem with thinking the whole world is against you, or everyone wants to take advantage of you, or everyone is here just to make fun of you and speak behind your back. It can be any form of trust issues. It can come from believing that people lie, or thinking that everyone wants to take advantage of you, or feeling that everyone is here just to harm you and they want to see what is it in this situation for them and instead of you. It can be, but the core is, when a person has trust issues, the core issue is, and all that I'm hearing as a therapist is, that I cannot trust myself anymore. Your trust issues with people and continuously believing that people are here to harm you, take advantage of you, lie to you, manipulate you, is because there were times you negotiated yourself, where you discarded your knowing, where you allowed manipulation to feel like love to you, when you betrayed yourself. So now you cannot trust your choices, your inner knowing, your intuition. You can no more trust that whatever you decide is going to be good for you. You can no more trust that you can read through people and through their motive. You can no more trust in your own emotional well-being and in your own emotional intelligence, that even if something goes wrong, I can get back on my feet and I am strong enough to handle no matter what is the consequence of my choices. So if you are dealing with trust issues, stop blaming people. I am not saying things didn't happen. I am not saying you were not betrayed. I am not saying people didn't manipulate or lie or did whatever they did. What I am saying is how much of trust, true, real trust and confidence do you have in yourself to be able to see through people, to be able to handle your emotions, process them in the correct, healthy manner, even if something happens? How much can you trust yourself to be detached from the experience? How much can you trust yourself that you will go through another pain, another breakup, or another separation, and still you can come out of it? How much trust do you have in yourself that you haven't been the one who has been playing mind games and manipulation and doing tactics to hold on to a needy, greedy kind of a love or a relationship? How much do you trust yourself that no matter what, you will be authentic and you will not negotiate and discount yourself? If you are confident of that, and if you know no matter what you will not betray yourself, and if you know that even if you do betray yourself for whatever reason, you can still take charge of your life and come out of it, and you can handle the pain, and the pain would be just an experience, you will not come sit in front of someone like me and say, I have trust issues, or I feel everyone is lying, or I feel that people are not nice, or this is, how people betray each other. No one is correct. No one, takes care of you. No one is real. If you really have confidence in you and you can trust your decisions and you can take charge of the consequences of them, you will not have so much of pain in your heart, and you will not think everyone is enemy. No matter how many times your heart has been broken, no matter how everyone compromised, no matter how everyone breached, the sense of safety and security for you, you know you can take care of yourself, and you know you can trust yourself and life. So if you have trust issues, work on these aspects of your being and understand when was the time that you betrayed yourself, and which are the places that you are lying to yourself, and you are inviting people to be a mirror and show you what you're doing with yourself. I hope this will serve you. I know it is deep. I know it is uncomfortable, and I know it may take you a lot of time to introspect. But trust me, the sense of freedom and confidence that comes from doing these exercises and answering these questions are beyond measure. You would be a transformed person. Take care.